Joining us right now, Jeff Nelson, co-founder, COO of Blavity, of course, the folks behind AfroTech. What's happening?
Roland, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here, happy to have you here. This is amazing.
Glad to be here. It's a whole lot of blackness around here. How many people have registered?
So this year, we're expecting between 30 and 40,000 people here in Houston all week for AfroTech.
30 to 40,000 in Houston.
In Houston, across the city. Here at AfroTech, we've got about 15,000 at the convention center that are in sessions, getting certifications, learning labs, all of that. So across the city, we're going to have even more. So
see, the reason I asked that question, that's like when they say, oh yeah, it's about 40,000 at the frat convention, only 8,000 registered.
Well, so
you know.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because let me say this. So what ends up happening is a lot of people say, I'm coming to AfroTech, and then they get their flight and their hotel to Houston. They don't buy a ticket to the conference, but then the 15,000 here, they say, oh, we're having a great time. Then the other 15,000 come at the last minute and say, hey, can we get a ticket? So we got 15,000 now. We're expecting the other 15,000 that are in the city to come here to the convention center.
Yeah, but you need the other 15,000 to register on time and actually come to the conference.
Buy your tickets early.
Yes,
the point.
Get your tickets early. For folks, now we live streamed a couple of sessions earlier. We've been doing other interviews, but give folks a sense. First of all, how many years has it been for this conference?
So this is the 9th year of AfroTech.
Got it.
And
you originally were in Oakland.
We were originally in San Francisco.
San Francisco,
then we went to Oakland. Then to Austin.
And
now we're here back.
And how many years you been in Houston?
So this is our 2nd year in Houston.
Gotcha.
And so you mentioned, what are we doing this year? The theme of this year's conference is building what's next. So we're talking about AI, of course. AI is the great disruptor that is doing a lot of good, but it's also giving people a lot of pause, a lot of job loss because of AI. So a big focus of this year's conference is not only how do we educate people on about what AI is, but how do we prepare them to use it to level up and prepare themselves for the future.
Now, just give folks who don't understand the breadth and depth of the conversations that are taking place here, main stage and also breakout sessions.
Yeah, so we were very excited earlier today to have Stacey Abrams help kick us off. I know you had Mayor Brandon Scott on earlier. He is going to be on stage tomorrow as well. We're going to have the CEO of Microsoft AI, Mustafa Suleyman, is going to be here. Astro Teller from Alphabet's X, their Moonshot Factory, is going to be here. We had John Wall just put on a great session with the NBA and their partners as well. So we have a range of great dynamic speakers, and all the conversations are very, very substantive.
One of the things that is happening, obviously, we're seeing dramatic cutbacks all across the country. We see the attacks on the attacks on diversity, equity, inclusion. How has that impacted this conference this year compared to last year?
So that's a good point. And I will admit, I'll be very, very candid. At the beginning of the year, when all these rollbacks started to happen, we were nervous. And we had to have some conversations with our partners and our sponsors about, one, would they show up? And then two, could they show up? And could they do so in a way that felt authentic? And we're excited that we've got over 150 sponsors that did show up. Many of them are here hiring. We've got 30 companies that are interviewing on site. And the feedback that we got from a lot of them is that whether we call it DE&I, whether we call it something else, the fact still remains that the data suggests that we need a workforce that is representative, that has people from all different kinds of backgrounds, so they're here. But the second point I want to make is that we understand at AfroTech that this conference, while recruiting and hiring is a big part of it, an even bigger part of it and what we're focused on this year is innovation. Because people come to AfroTech to be inspired, to understand what's coming next. And so that's why the theme of this year's conference is building what's next. So while we've got the expo floor and their companies recruiting, we have so many conversations that are focused on innovation and what's coming next.
Obviously you want people to here to connect.
Yes.
Do you have space where you're having the conversations of individuals that have actually made connections here and have been able to merge, been able to partner, been able to grow business, where they are able to tell that story so folk understand how they should be properly utilizing this conference?
Yeah, those spaces are littered throughout the conference. So one of the cool things that we have, AfroTech has a membership program. So you can come to conference, but we also have a year-round membership program, and part of that is something we call Founder Circle. And Founder Circle is made up of entrepreneurs in our network that have come to AfroTech and they've met their co-founder, they've gotten venture capital funding, they've built connections, met mentors, and they are engaged all year round and they are here as part of the programming. So that's one example of how we build those spaces where people can say, hey, here's how AfroTech has helped to catapult me, and this is why I want to come back and why I want to continue to be a part of it.
When you talked about the sponsors, this is what I've said, is that these attacks that we've seen also shows us who's real and who wasn't.
Absolutely, absolutely. We
So
see
the folks who are really committed
are
the ones who said, no, we see value.
Exactly.
And the ones who are playing games are the ones who cut and ran.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Roland, you said it. This expo floor, I said there are 150 companies. There should be more, right? There should be 300. There should be 400. There should be, this expo hall should be filled with companies who should see the value, but we see the ones who do and we see the ones who don't, and that speaks for itself.
I mean, we're our Black Journalist Convention. Normally we have more than 100. There were 37 this year.
Wow.
37.
That's insane.
That's how crazy it was.
That's insane.
And what I keep talking about, I need our people to understand, and I frame it this way. I said, what we are seeing is a massive effort to defund Black America, where every facet of Black America is being attacked. And what a lot of people don't realize is, because of these attacks, nearly every Black nonprofit has faced a massive drop in resources. So it goes beyond just for-profit entities. It's also impacting Black nonprofits.
Absolutely. Well, one of the interesting conversations we had earlier was about AI and all the data that is training AI. A lot of that is data that we are producing, content that our community is putting on social media. Then you have companies that release new AI models where you can generate on-demand videos of MLK and all these kinds of things that are not only using our likeness, but are using what's trendy in our community. And to your point, we are not participating in the benefits of it. And furthermore, there is this concerted effort to erase what we benefit from. And that's concerning, and that's why these spaces are so important.
But also, I think the ownership piece. Because there's so many of us with massive talents that have been doing it for somebody else, realizing that, wait a minute, I can take my own ideas, now green light my own ideas, and not ask for permission.
Well, that's what I love about AI. AI is the great equalizer, right? AI, it gives us the opportunity where we're only limited by our imagination. And some of the most imaginative people I know are people in our community, are Black people, are diverse people, are underrepresented people. And so if AfroTech can be a platform and continue to be a platform that educates, but not only does that, gives the connections and the capital, the community, the funding that our community needs to take their imagination and make a reality, then that's how we can take back economic empowerment that we so desperately need.
Well, and on that particular point, Stacey talked about it as well. When we speak about AI, we speak about Chat GPT, and frankly, it's bias, if you will, that where we're devoid of it. When we are also utilizing these tools and infusing them with our information, we're also altering AI.
Yes. That's very, very true. And that's why it's so important to understand how it works, right? People can use it and they think they get some benefit from it, but when you use it, you are altering it, right? You are impacting those models in ways that you may understand or you may not understand, and it's important to understand those implications. And so that's why, my background is in AI research and development. And I think that AI has a lot of benefits, but if we don't have some serious conversations about ethics in AI, about regulation, about governance, but also about public policy. Because one of the things I'm passionate about is if AI is going to be displacing all these jobs, if we're talking about AI agents, which I'm passionate about, I think the idea that AI can help to automate a lot more of the work that we do, especially white collar work, especially work that happens in an office setting. If we can reap that benefit, we also have to have a conversation from a policy standpoint about what is the responsibility of government and public policy to ensure that people are made whole. And so that's why I'm excited, why Stacey Abrams, obviously she's known for her efforts with voting rights and many other things, but also having Mayor Brandon Scott, among other elected officials who are here to talk about some of these things alongside business leaders like CEOs, Mustafa of Microsoft, AI. So it's important that we have these conversations because we have to have a 360 approach to this.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, it's been fantastic thus far. Of course, we'll be broadcasting tomorrow as well. Where are y'all next year?
So we'll be back here in Houston next year. So next year,
they ain't crazy.
Next year is the 10-year anniversary of AfroTech. So we'll be back here again. I think we'll make an official announcement on stage. I don't know if I mean the cat's out of the bag, but we will be back here in Houston.
There's more people watching who's going to be in that room. Go ahead and make it right now. You good. You good.
So we'll be back in Houston next year. And to those, like we talked about earlier, we got the ones who are here at the convention center and the ones who come to the city and then they get their ticket late. Buy your early bird ticket. Buy it as soon as they drop on Friday. Make sure you buy your ticket, reserve your spot. We'll be in Houston, AfroTech 2026. 10 years we'll be celebrating, and we're looking forward to it.
And Jeff is not going to do this. I will. To all of the sponsors this year, we appreciate y'all being sponsors. And I'll be looking at the list next year to see who's here and who is not. And I'll be calling names. Jeff, don't worry about it. I got this here. You ain't got to worry about this here. You step out of here. I can handle that. But I believe in doing a roll call because there are people who want our black dollars, but then who don't want to have an ROI and invest in our black organizations and our black businesses.
You're preaching now.
So I'm letting all y'all know, I'm going to have a booklet. I'm going to be checking to see, because you know I'm already go back and check to see who was here last year and who's here this year.
Oh, tomorrow was going to be a roll call. I already know.
All y'all who were here last year, and you're not at AfroTech this year, I'm calling your name tomorrow. I'm just letting y'all know.
I love it.
So Carol, everybody in the control room, look for my email to pull logos. I'm just letting y'all know. See, that's how I roll.
I appreciate it, Roland. Thank you so much for being here, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.